Guys, what's going on? So bringing you behind the scenes a little bit, I'm working on the GSXR 1000, getting her ready for a set of carbon smith, carbon fiber, dimpled velocity stacks. That's why the whole top of this motorcycle is disassembled. Let me show you what's going on over here out back. We've got the ECU removed. It's getting ready for its ride back over to More Mafia for a reflash to work with those carbon smith velocity stacks. Looking to gain a little bit of power up top, extend the RPM a little bit, and to smooth out the power delivery. That's the main reason for those things, not to mention it's kind of cool to make more power, right? So that's what we're up to, but that's a topic for another video. I just wanted to show you guys what's going on here. So this is where your air filter would typically go. Oh, and check this out. Okay, so this is the air filter for the GSXR 1000. This is the air filter for my Hellcat, and as you can see, yeah, there's a definite size difference, but not as much as you might think. I don't think there's going to be any problem with airflow out of that filter. What do you think? Okay, so getting back to it, yeah, so lots of airflow here. Speaking of airflow, these are the holes at the bottom, if you can see, for that ram air. This is one of the ducts. These ducts are huge. Air comes in the front of this motorcycle through these big old ducts up here, runs through that fairing and into the air box, giving you plenty of fresh air going down the throat of your throttle bodies. Now check this out too, something else I wanted to show you. So there's your throttle body, obviously, there's the butterfly, but that's not the actual throttle body that you control yourself, or the throttle blade. I'm gonna turn the throttle, you'll hear the blades click. But notice the top isn't moving. That's your electronic throttle valve. That's what the computer uses to regulate the amount of air coming into your bike. It's one of the main things that tuners will work with to try to get the most performance out of the bike, smooth out power delivery, and to be able to let the motorcycle breathe up top if it has been so restricted. So that's all been taken care of. Just wanted to show you that in case you've never seen it. Oh, these things that are kind of hanging out here doing their own thing, these are the secondary fuel injectors. This motorcycle has 8 fuel injectors. If we look down here, you can see the tops of the connectors for the fuel injectors, those primary fuel injectors. These fuel injectors are what aid in extra fuel enrichment, and throwing the fuel down on top of those velocity stacks helps to cool the air charge too. So just another way that these manufacturers are trying to take advantage of some old school tricks and making horsepower still hold true today. Well, and since I brought them up, these are the stock velocity stacks, super easy to remove, especially once you remove the gas tank and everything else around that top part of the motorcycle, which is super easy to do, by the way. Don't let it intimidate you. But at any rate, these are the stock velocity stacks. This would be the left-hand side, as you can tell, because the inside, oh, well, it's also wrote it on the back. Hey, look at that. Anyway, the inside velocity stack is actually a little bit longer. You can see where the inside, or the outside velocity stacks are a bit of a 2-piece design. The insides are a 1-piece design. Butterfingers. There you go, guys. This will give you an idea for about what they look like before you remove them. This is a pedestal for the bracket, or rather for this particular set of injectors here will bolt to the lid. Let me just show you what I'm talking about instead of trying to force this out of my mouth. Good Lord. Okay, so take 2. Anyway, yeah, so this is what those secondary injectors look like when they are bolted to the top of the airbox. That pedestal I was just showing you, that is where your bolt would go, and that bolts directly to that assembly. The newer velocity stacks won't have that provision, so there is a bracket that will actually bolt into and be a part of the assembly of this upper airbox. And, well, I should say that the fuel injectors will then screw into that bracket, and that's going to hold all that in place. God, thanks for suffering through that along with me. Holy moly. So there you have it, guys. A little bit of a shot behind the scenes. Going to get these stock velocity stacks, I don't know, turn these into a pen holder or something. I don't know, because I don't see myself going back to these once those other velocity stacks come in. I'm looking forward to bringing you guys some content once those velocity stacks are on the bike, the tune's been loaded up. Give you guys some riding impressions as far as how the bike pulls from, say, partial throttle through wide open, high RPM hits. The thing is that there's nothing really out there for folks talking about velocity stacks from a feel point of view. And my motorcycle is not just roll racing or drag racing. In fact, not very much of that at all. I spent a lot of time on the side of the tire, and I wanted these velocity stacks more for the over rev benefit that you get as opposed to the extra power. The extra power is cool, but I like the idea that this bike is not going to be feeling like it's running out of breath once you start hitting that 12, 13,000 RPM zone. That's where these motorcycles get a little bit wheezy. These velocity stacks apparently cure all of those problems. So I'll be the judge of that, and I'll let you know what I feel like once I get these things all installed. But that being said, I'm going to get back to work. Thanks for stopping by. Bring you guys updates as soon as this is put together. Hope to catch you then. We'll see you later. Take care.